About 4 of them stuck together. 2 of them kind of didn't. I messed with them too much. It's time to form some balls. Oh my god.
Those are some of the best balls I've ever had.
What's up, people? Welcome to the Meatball Mania episode. This is gonna be a story of high highs, of low lows, there's success, there's failure. We're telling a story throughout this meatball video. You need to stick around to the end. Shout out my girl Lily. We met in Greece. She hit me up. She was like, you know what? I don't know how to make meatballs. Joke's on her. I don't know how to make meatballs either. We figured it out in this video. Now that we've cooked down that garlic shallot mixture, made it translucent, let's put all this meat together. We're gonna take that ground beef, that ground pork. We're gonna take that milk and breadcrumb mixture. And we're gonna take this garlic shallot mixture. We're gonna take some hefty pinches of salt, black pepper. Get all involved in here with our hands. Get everything. Oh, look at that. We got all that meat formed together. I'm just gonna let this cool in the fridge for a little bit, just so everything gets married together nice, and then we'll come back and form this all into bowls. So now that we got these mushrooms nice and clean, I'm just gonna give some nice slices here. So now that we got all of our mushrooms sliced up, we're gonna add these to a little bowl. Just reserve them to the side for when we're gonna use them. We're just getting our mise en place in order. That's just everything in its place. And right now the mushroom's place is this bowl, this overflowed bowl. Now I'm gonna take this shallot. This shallot had another shallot growing inside it.
Oh my God!
So I'm gonna take this shallot and mince it like we did earlier. Gonna also take this and reserve it in a bowl for later. Garlic cloves. We're gonna be using these 2 wines to deglaze the pan. Got some heavy whipping cream. Again, that French onion soup. Gonna add some nice flavor and add just a nice broth for the sauce and just some regular beef stock. This is our mise en place for the mushroom sauce. Well, we got that mise for the sauce. It's time to form some balls. We're just gonna get our hands in there, get nitty gritty. Oh yeah, actually, I made a rookie move. Get your hands wet first. That way, the meat doesn't really stick to your hands as much, and you can form these balls a lot easier. I'm going for about that size balls. These are some soft balls. Again, this is more like the Southern Italian meatball, not the Northern Italian where they go small boys. Or Northern Italian would be more like that. That's what we're talking about. Small boy. We have a yield of about 16 meatballs here. Now, before we start cooking these, I'm gonna put these in the freezer for about 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Get them nice and firm and cool before we start searing them. I'm also gonna be adding 3 bay leaves and about that much oregano. We're waiting for those meatballs to cool down a little bit. Let's just make this pasta. Let's get this fettuccine done and dusted. Our dough ball, cut it in half. Try to get it as thin as possible with our hands. And then we're going to put it on our nice Atlas pasta maker. Roll that chicken out. Fold it over on itself so the sides are nice and pretty. Put it back through that 0 setting. One more time. One more time. We're gonna put it to the 1. Run it through that 1 setting. Go to that 2 setting, go to that 3, and we're just keeping going until we get to the thinness we need it at, to the 4, 44, to the 5. See what this 6 is looking like. See what that 7's looking like. Dang. Yeah, we're going to the 8 now that we're at the 8. It's got a nice thickness. I can see the back of my hand through the pasta. Feels good. Feels great in hand. Gonna take it, this nice sheet, cut it right here in half. Add this attachment onto my pasta maker. Take this handle. Rotate it up, start cutting away. And look at that. Beautiful fettuccine noodles. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lay those in that pan right there. Now, since these balls have been cooling for a little bit, I'm gonna get some butter melted in a pan here. We got a nice medium-high heat going right here. I'm just gonna take 6 of these meatballs we made. We're going for a nice sear on all these guys. Ooh, you smelling that, Kyle? There's some nice browning going on here. About 4 of them stuck together. 2 of them kind of didn't. I messed with them too much. That's what it was. Too high a heat, and I messed with them too much. These first meatballs I made in this pan here, I made a few mistakes. I cooked it at a bit too high of a heat, and I didn't have it covered for the whole time. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever made meatballs. But I got a request, so I figured I might as well try it out. And I realized my mistakes, so on this new batch, I decided to just make some meatballs how I thought would fix it, And right here, I have 3, I guess they're not really ball shape anymore, but 3, they're holding their consistency very nice. Nice brown, Maillard reaction going on around the whole meatball. And they're keeping their form, and they smell beautiful. They're cooked all the way through. I've been cooking these at a lot lower, slower heat, covered the whole time, steaming. They're steaming themselves. They're really firming up together, cooking that egg inside to really bind it all together. Whereas with something like this bad boy, was cooked on too high a heat and was just not shown the love it deserved. Everyone messes up. Nobody's perfect.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Then we got our meat cooked off. We're gonna take this shallot, add it to the pan. We're gonna take this garlic, get that cooked down a little bit. Get those flavors start to release. We're gonna take this mushroom, toss it all in. Take more butter, toss it in the pan. Some salt on these shroomies. Herbs, toss them in. Okay, now that these mushrooms have cooked nice, get a bit tender, we're gonna take some of this wine, deglaze it. And now it's time to hyper reduce. We're trying to get it to a nice pasty consistency. Reducing that wine to a nice syrupy consistency. Oh yeah, that wine has reduced really beautifully right now. It's almost all gone. All those flavors are really merging together. Oh, that's just excellent. So now that our sauce is reduced by about that much, we're gonna take some beef stock, toss it in there, about a pint, and I'm gonna take some French onion soup, just cause. Toss a bit of that in there. Finish it with a bit of heavy cream. Give that a nice stir. Phenomenal. Bring that up to a boil. We're gonna let that simmer down for about 10 minutes. Now that this beautiful mushroom cream sauce has come to a boil, we're reducing it to a simmer. We're just gonna let it all cook together for a few minutes. We have our beautiful mushroom cream sauce. It's got a nice consistency going here. It's been reducing for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna take these meatballs that we made, these pretty ones, these pretty boys. But you know what? No meatball left behind. So even these abused ones, they still get a home in our stomachs. Because at the end of the day, we don't discriminate. We're just gonna let this simmer together for about another 10, 15 minutes, and we'll check in a little bit. Let's taste this sauce. Let's see how it's cooking. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's nice. That French onion in there adds something special. I think this is done, folks. And then I'm gonna take this water, get it back on a boil. We got a beautiful pasta water here that you want to taste like the ocean. I'm gonna take this fettuccine and cook it real quick. Now that our pasta water's come to a boil, we're gonna take this fettuccine we made earlier, dunk it right in. Now it's fresh pasta, so really does not take long. You see it's rising to the surface fast. We want it al dente. Al dente means to the tooth, by the way. So I'm gonna take this, dump it in here. Then I'm gonna take this meatball. Oh, that's a good boy right there. Wow, look at that, people. That's what we're talking about. How does that look?
Looks amazing.
We have plated here 3 meatballs with this fettuccine dish. Gonna cut in, oh, look at that glide through. Perfectly done meatball. Gonna take some of this fettuccine. Oh, get that sauce. Oh my God. One bite, everyone knows the deal. Wow. That's excellent. That mushroom sauce. Oh, the earthiness. Everything's blended. Perfect. There's some sweetness going on in there from that. That milk has to bring out some sweetness here. That shallot, also nice. Oh my God. You gotta try this for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.
A real bite.
Oh, that's a bite right there.
Oh, wow. You nailed that.
Moral of the story here is, even if you f up making meatballs once, you can always learn from your mistakes and still end up having an excellent product in the end.
Those are some of the best balls I've ever had.
Like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.